Alright, Shalom. First off, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth and the sincere piece of citation to all Akim that's pushing this word and truth and sincerity. Alright, it's the brothers from the DC and the B-More camp, coming back at you with another video. We want to target this video to you so-called Negroes and Latinos, Native Americans. Entitled this video, You Are The Israelites.
Right.
You are the Israelites. So no matter what you do, our forefathers showed us with the peace treaties back when the Americans was taking over. That's where Thanksgiving and all that started. The peace treaties was already all broken, man. And what our people do, just march and constantly ask for their land back. And each and every time they got a smaller and smaller villages, you know what I mean? And our people constantly kept going to the Edomite and trying to plead with the devil without praising and going back to their own power, man. And brothers keep going into Micah 2 and 10, that this is not our rest. And now it's being shown to you with the government shutdown, how Trump is taking it, He wanted his way or the highway. And then their true colors is shown, Go ahead.
I'm going to start with Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying... Right,
and those children of Israel, that whole family, consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And you ask, how do we know? Through the prophecies and through the history of the scriptures, man. These people carry characteristics, man. Certain events that happened in that was vital in this story happened in real life, man. And it happened to a certain people,
It's verse 2, it says, You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities.
Right, because we was given the high, go Deuteronomy 7 and 6, we was given the high office, man. We was set to be an example for all of the earth. We was given the high office by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and now people went and broke that, man. We didn't hearken unto the title or the position we was given, man. We didn't understand that we were the example, so we had to be made an example. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. It says, For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. It says, the Lord Yahweh.
Right, the word holy means separate. We was a separate people to the Most High. So he had all of these people, all these different nations in the world, and he picked us to be his chosen nation, man. We was a holy people. We was separate, Go ahead.
It says, the Lord Yahweh, your power, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right, above all people that was upon the face of the earth, All people were supposed to look at us, The scriptures say that if Israel will be like the example to all people. That's the way you're supposed to live, man. And we didn't meet that standard. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. You got something, bro?
Not yet.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. It says, And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all of his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. It was a stipulation to be actually set on high, man. And it was to observe and to do all of his commandments, to hearken unto the wisdom and the knowledge that he would give you. It's a certain duty that we had to do, and our people failed to do it time and time again, man. It was always a certain set of people that believed and tried to carry on the righteous ways, and you seeing that again, man. There's nothing new under the sun. We out here telling you the truth, man. We telling you who you are, and our people still would not hear, man.
Yeah, when you go into the word when you go into covenant, it's synonymous with a contract. Like like the brother just stated, it was stipulations to that contract, man. And what our people don't understand is like we're under blood oath. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't listening, if you ain't hearkening, if you basically, which is shemai in the Hebrew, okay, to listen, to understand, to obey. If you're not doing that, man, then you going off, okay, and there's a judgment for that. But we got Yahweh Shah at the end of the day. We got repentance, we got faith, but only 1/3 is going to hearken into those words. It's going to repent. It's going to be delivered. But when we continue, where you want me to get?
Go to jump to 15. Because obviously we know that we did not hearken unto who we was, and that there was a plethora of curses put on us. And it's a reason that you was living in this world and not knowing who you are, man. Go ahead, read 15.
This is Deuteronomy 28:15 says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all of his commandments." It says, "And his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." And it's verse.
Right. It says, "And overtake thee." Okay. And obviously we did not hearken. We did not shema. We did not listen. You know what I mean? So curses came upon us. And bro, you trying to get Jeremiah 17:4? Because there's curses that happen unto us, and there's nothing that we can do about it.
So that's where you got the bulk of Jake hooting and hollering and looking for some type of explanation, and wondering why they getting gunned down in the streets, wondering why socially we're destroyed, politically, economically, okay, while we in the trenches, wondering why we oppressed by our enemy, and it's still continuing on to this day. It goes back, man, to that sprinkling of the blood, to that covenant, to that contract, man. Yeah. And the effects of that are still being seen unto this day. Right. Okay? And there's no other answer. This is the answer. This is the truth.
Right. Yeah, and the Most High gave you the greatest concept to understand his feelings and his reasoning behind what you're going through.
I didn't want you to get off that point.
What you mean?
I just didn't want you to forget your point, because going back to the curses, basically the curses follow you wherever you go. That's so right. The Lord, even though you don't acknowledge the Lord as your power, the Lord is still going to heap upon those curses. He's going to give you those curses wherever you go. You could go to Alaska, and the curses are still going to apply up there. You go to the South Pole, you go to Africa. Wherever you go, the curses will apply. Yeah, it might be less of something over there than over here, but the curses still apply.
That's a fact. But you see, the Most High look at Israel as his woman. Yeah. So the fact that we was able to be manipulated into serving and believing in other gods is the same way you would look at your girl. And how she would choose and worship another man. It's the same concept. Because these gods, these false gods, is claiming to be our power. So that's directly disrespecting him. And it's the same thing with these women. Even though y'all bugged out, there's no an Israelite man can't cheat. It's impossible because it's not breaking any laws. That's right. But even though that's the way it's supposed to be, that's not how it is. And even you women will have some real hurt in your heart if you feel like your man cheated on you. And still don't fathom the concept of this is why you going through what you're going through in terms, or Israelites are going through what they going through as a nation. Because what we did to the Lord, man, it's an easy concept to grasp. So he put us through a bunch of curses and a bunch of things that we had to go through. Go Jeremiah 17:4.
This is Jeremiah 17 verse 4. "And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage."
Right. So it was going to be a time that we were going to be discontinued from our heritage, man. Of being Yasha Allah, the princess of the power, man, being the apple, but we was always still the apple of the Most High eye, but he turned his back on us, man. He let us to be led in captives, man. Get Deuteronomy 28 and what's that?
68?
Nah. I think it was 48. Something I read with the iron.
Or the yoke of iron.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the yoke of iron. You said 48.
You know, it's just further going into what was happening and how people was going through. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 48. It says, Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Right.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now, who did that actually happen to, man? These things actually happen, man. We went to go serve our enemies. You know, a yoke of iron was put upon our necks, man. You know, the scriptures is plainly telling you who you are, man. You just gotta open your eyes up and listen to it, man. Now we, brothers, can you get Isaiah 6 and 9? We know what it is if you don't get it, man. So when all hell break loose, because it's about to break loose very soon. So buckle down if you come across this video, you know. Any video of a brother in GMS, man, brothers is pushing it out, man. The government shutdown can be a beginning of something that we need to see, man.
That's right.
You know, even if the government get up and running again, this is something that's going to lag in history, man, and it's going to happen again, man. You know, and it's showing you the hate that they got for the nation of Israel.
That's right.
You know.
Ooh.
You know, because either way, it's to block the northern tribe out, or to make the Israelites that's America's here now suffer. Either way, we don't care. Y'all choose, but we just want the war. They strong army, you know, and it's showing you that hate straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Can I bring this out real fast? Because Esau likes to equate that where his neighbor, you know, you gotta love thy neighbor as thyself. Where has he loved us? Where has Donald Trump had mercy on these so-called Negroes and Latinos and opened up the government? You know, this is Romans 13 verse 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. So, amen. Esau hasn't loved us not one bit, man. We have so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They got the highest incarceration years, you know, for peddling drugs or whatever, you know. But where has he loved us? He hasn't loved us not one bit, you know. And then it just shows you how, like the brother's talking about right now, man. You see Jake out there talking about they pawn and things. Yeah, the nigga woman might be lying, but if you actually think about it, I mean, 2-3 months down the line, these people they're not gonna be looting. They're gonna be killing and eating each other, you know. I don't think it's gonna take long for that to happen.
That's that snowball effect, man. And the mass majority of these people, as you can see, are not prepared. You know, they clearly are not. You know whether it be fake news or not, or whatever the case may be, is these people are not prepared for what's about to come.
Yeah,
Salat.
No, you good, brother.
Oh, and I can get this as Psalms 17, verse 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is that sword." So just to bring it back full circle, man, these curses and basically that's the Lord's sword, man. You know, the mass majority of our people know, or a big percentage of our people know that the so-called the self-proclaimed white man is for real the devil, and that's where they know the majority of their issues and their problems that they have come from. But what they don't realize is that's the Lord's sword. Okay, the Lord got a controversy with his people, man. It's not a game.
Bro,
you know?
Get Genesis 25 and 25.
Go on.
Real quick.
Blessing.
Nah. It's telling you who you are, man. Because, we're telling you who you are. And the scriptures tell you that you have an enemy. Bro, can you get never trust our enemy in Sirach? 12 and 10. You know? Because if you, like the brother Yeshaya say, I always repeat this, brother. The brother Yeshaya always say, if you don't know who you are, then you don't know where you're going, man. Because you're not going to know who your enemies are. You know, you're going to grow up. I was watching that old classic show where them Israelites that fell out. You know, the one girl on Montel Williams going hard and then ended up with an Edomite man.
Damn.
You know, and then the one Jake Shia Allah on that joint fell out, one of the 2,000 guys that fell out. You know, those people was completely bug outs on that show, man. You know, they was completely bug outs. I'm losing my train of thought. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I got you. This is Sirach 12.
Oh yeah, Salakia.
Yeah,
With all the Jake kids kept standing up saying, you know, I have friends of all nations, all races, and all that, and they truly believe that it should be all love, you know, and that's simply because you've been caught by the devices of Satan, man. But we're not ignorant because we got the understanding of the scriptures, man. We know who we are, and we know not to trust our enemy. That's why we're telling you who you are. You're an Israelite.
Well, if I can say, that's that Hosea 4:6 is all about, man.
Yeah.
That destroy for a lack of knowledge.
Facts.
And then with these Edomites have pretty much weaponized knowledge, man. Because if you don't, like you said, if you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're going. If you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. You know. So they weaponized that knowledge, and our people are pretty much falling for it. And then, like you said, they trying to join hand in hand with the wicked. But it's clear that you are not of the same people, because you getting jacked up. You and yours is getting jacked up, man. You know.
And the Lord said He's gonna. The Lord, man, He chastises Israel, man.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Lord has a special people, you have a good son, and you want your son to do good, you're gonna make sure that he stays within His guideline. So that's why the Lord's trying to show you Israelites through pain and suffering that look, Esau is your enemy. You're the chosen people of the Most High, the true living God. You know, and then that Esau is getting ready to come down you, having great wrath. And we're telling you right now that now's the high time to wake out of sleep, because we don't know if the government is going to open back up. You know, so you're going to have to solely rely on faith.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Because ultimately, if you don't come unto your house, Bashem Awashah, you're gonna be left out there. Hey, Isaiah 59 and 19, real quick. Because if you don't believe. If you don't believe in the Lord, in your Lord, you will not be defended. Pursuing the Judah 5 and 17. You got it.
This is Isaiah 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh, from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, and they answer like it, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord.
You trying to read it one more time about the show?
Yep, verse 19 out of Jeremiah, the 59th chapter. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. Right.
You know how Jake always saying you've been westernized. You know, you've been westernized. We on the western side of the hemisphere, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. You know, and that's coming from the west, man. You know, you keep going about Shaw.
The fear of the name, the fear of the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Right, the Spirit of the Lord, Proverbs 18 and 10 real quick. The Spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard against them for those that fear the name of the Lord. You know? So if you don't fear the Lord, then how do we know that you don't fear the Lord? It's when you got that do as thou wilt spirit. The scriptures say they that love the Lord is going to seek that which is well pleasing unto Him. Why? Because we have a conscience of how powerful our Lord is, you know, and that what we just watched, fear is greater than love. Oh, yeah. We are literally scared, man. Yeah. We know what's about to come to this place. We know we need protection. So what we gonna do? Go ahead and get that.
This is Proverbs chapter 18 and 10. It says, the name of the Lord Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai, is a strong tower. It says, the righteous runneth into it and is safe.
We're going to run into the name of the Lord, man, because it's a strong tower, and we're going to run into it, and we're going to be safe, man. And we truly believe that, you know, because we know the wrath that's coming upon this place, man. Just like the brother said earlier, that Esau's, the so-called white man, has outwitnessed it, you know, and the enemy, which is the so-called white man, is going to come in on us like a flood, man. But they that fear the Lord, The standard of the Lord is going to be lifted up in their favor, man. And it's going to protect us. Can you keep going on that?
This is Isaiah 59, verse 21. Verse 20. And a Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. As for me, this is...
Oh, Salaki, bro. Can you read that part again, Salaki?
Yes, sir. Verse 20. And a Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob.
Right, and that Redeemer is Yahweh Shah, man. And it's going to come unto them that turn from their transgressions, man. You know, you got to turn from your transgressions, man. You are an Israelite. You know, you have to wake up out of this shit. You know, if you don't, we know pursuant to Isaiah 69, you are asleep. You know, and the Most High made you sleep. And He's leaving you out there, man. We don't want to be left out here alone because we know what that means, man. You know? Sirach 12 and 10.
This is Sirach 12, verse 10.
What you got?
Never trust thy enemy, but as for like as iron rusteth,
Jeremiah.
so is his wickedness. And you see that today, right now, man. You see Donald Trump. You know, he's just you can't trust that guy because you see every day he's just getting worse and worse.
Right.
You know, ever since he came into office, everybody that he had already a stench to his name. So now he even stinks even more, and more people don't like him. So now when the elections come around again, we're going to see if they're going to vote for him. You know, even if we make it that far.
Bro, this shit is over. This shit is a wrap. Bro, look. Micah 2 and 10 said, if you believe in this place, it's going to destroy you with even a short destruction. Yep. Meaning this place is going to show you that you are not one of theirs. So you've trusted in this place. How do we know you so-called nigga bitches? Nigga women, excuse my language, you know? You so-called nigga women, y'all believe in this place. Through the food stamps, the Social Security, child support, all of that. Now government is shut down. And they're telling you, look, you on your own. The reason why we shut down, not because, we went bankrupt and we ran out of money. Well, we're not giving you nothing. Simply because we have a disagreement.
Big ass kids.
Simply because we have a disagreement about your people. I believe we should be able to block these niggas off with a ball. Because there's too many of you motherfuckers coming in here. You know? This is simply all he's telling you, man. And we're telling you not to trust your enemy. You know, because something is going to come upon you where you're going to need help. And the only help you're going to get is from your Lord. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. If you don't hearken unto that, you're going to die. Period. You know? This is a clear-cut warning. In the video saying you are the Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know? Brothers been saying it too long, man. Well, even before I was heard of, man. Get Jeremiah 30 and 7.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right, and that day is it's rapidly approaching. You know, it's coming now. You know, and who's going to be saved? Can you read it again?
It says Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
So that none is like it, man. This is going to be crazy, bananas. What's that movie? Brunswick?
Yeah, Bushwick.
Bushwick, Colony. All these crazy atmospheres that you just like, damn, how would I be in that situation? Because you know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? That day is going to be like nothing seen before. You said you got something?
Because basically you was talking to you was basically explaining how you going to be in that situation, but the Lord's going to take care of you.
Right, yeah. And the only way He's going to take care of you is you doing the right things, man. If you doing it in all sincerity, if you believing on Him in all sincerity, that's all it is, man. Because we all fucked up human beings, man. But if you believe on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man, you're not going to be defended out here saying that, I don't believe I'm an Israelite, man. You're supposed to be trying your best to be according to what the Most High wants you to be. According to the strength that He gave you, man. What you told in Zechariah?
Yeah, Zechariah. Because I wanted to just grab that because that's what it all boils down to, man. Like it's the elect at the end of the day, man. It's only certain men that are aligned to get this truth and receive it and to be delivered at the end of the day, you know. Because you think about it, the mass majority of these people don't even consider, man. They see the prophets, they see the men on the highways and byways. Yeah, giving you the straight truth, man, straight skinny. You know, no filters, none at all. And the mass majority of our people just walk past as if and laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? And think it's a game.
And one of the most blatant statistics that happened is when Birth of a Nation came out, man. About Nat Turner, which we not saying he had a zeal, but not according to knowledge, you know. But he had a strong story, and our people went to go see that Medea Halloween shit instead of the Birth of a Nation, man.
That's right.
You know, and that was just the Most High showing you, yo, these people, man. People, man.
That's
and
why.
That's
why the Lord sees that He got to kill you, motherfuckers, man. Because you people you could get. You could get your ass whipped. You could get thrown down a cliff, paralyzed, and you still be prouder than the mother. You know, prouder than the king on the planet Earth. You know,
right? Because He put us in this low state. Because you get Psalms 51 and 17 real quick. He put us in a low state for a reason, man. Now people don't even get the obvious reasons of why He's putting us in a low state. 51. You know, 51:17.
This is Psalms 51 verse 17. The sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart.
Right. You know, and of a broken and contrite heart, man. You know, He broke us all the way down so that we would need Him, man. You know, He broke us all the way down so that we went to seek Him, man. You know, and that shows that He really loved us, man. He really felt some way about us, man. And we gotta hearken unto the lesson, man. We learned our lesson, man. We beg to never do Him wrong again, man.
Yeah, because the scriptures talk about basically the Most High basically hates a poor man that is proud. You know, when the Most High breaks you down, when you come back up, you're supposed to be humble. Because you've been to a low place where you were shameful, you know, and you basically don't want to be prideful because you was in that place of difficulty, or, you know, you was just feeling ashamed. So when the Lord breaks you down, you gotta be built up. It says, the scriptures talk about the better you are, the more humble you shall be. Yeah. You know?
Sirach 17, 18.
So that's all through the Spirit. That's why the Lord said, because I'm going to just finish it off. This is Psalms 51 verse 17. The sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O Most High, thou wilt not despise. So the Lord won't despise a heart like that. And also it talks about in Sirach, if you basically are antagonizing a poor man, and that man, he wells to the Most High.
Curse.
He was like, that's basically a curse put upon you, and the Most High is going to hear that curse. So every day we're begging to the Most High in supplication and righteousness that Esau's being unrighteous with us, and we're actually trying to play his system, but yet he still has loopholes and traps to where he messes brothers up, you know. And it's all through the Spirit, because the Lord's going to take care of us.
Bro, that's because we talking about it was all leading up to Jacob's trouble, you know. At the end of the day, Esau, he doing his job, man. The whole thing about this is, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to know who your power is. Esau just showed you he ain't rocking with you. There's no other message he can send blatant than, yo, I don't care about y'all, man. Period. So you're not an American. Or America, because America would take care of its own. Actually, I take that back.
Can I get this quick
Yeah,
appreciation?
Real fast, brothers, because now I think about it, not only does Trump don't care about the people, he don't care about the economy, because not only this government shutdown is not holding, it's going to hold up a lot of shit, and then they basically, even if the government comes back, it comes open again, the impact and the amount of money that's been taken out of the market, whatever the hell that means, that is gonna basically crash the economy, and that's what I see. You know, I see this economy crashing because of this government shutdown, or it's just gonna make things spring up to where now those things have sprung up, and you have to deal with those problems.
Kind of Lord's will. This, if I can get
Do
this,
you think,
so
brother?
this Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart."
Yeah, and you government.
Salak, bro. You
Not
go
me.
ahead, bro.
Yeah, these government workers, man, they've been given the gift. That
Yeah,
gift
come.
of job security, stability.
Mhm.
You know, now they don't see that $2,800 coming into their checking account every 2 weeks. Now you see a bunch of zeros. Now you see that you gotta really conserve and you know what's beautiful? When you brought down to a certain level, you're able to see what the hell is all the way at the top. But when you're at the top, you can't really see down. You can't see what's going on down there. But now that you're at a base level, now you see all of the fuckery that's going on. And some of you guys are still gonna be blind and then you're not gonna believe that these guys are doing you wrong, man. And they're wicked.
Right, you know, and some people that's going through this is now asking why, man. We're telling you why.
Yeah.
Because you are an Israelite, man. And look, it's going to get worse if you don't listen to these messages that we sent out. Grab Zechariah.
It is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2/3 therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." It says, and
Right,
I will,
and who is that third, man? Who is that third? The ones that's actually believing, man. The scripture said, "Blessed is he who believe and have not seen." You know? So we are the ones pushing this work, starting with Apostle Tahar. On down, man. You know? We are the ones that's actually pushing this word out there in truth and sincerity, pushing Yahweh Bashem Shah, man. We know we ain't shit. Or we know this flesh ain't shit, man.
Yep.
You know? But we begging our Lord to save us, man. And we gonna bank off the faith that he will. You know? And you should be doing the same too, man. You know? Whoever this video is for. Brothers ain't gotta get too much more. Just a couple more.
yeah, I'll just finish this out. 9, it says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah is my power."
And that's all we can bank on, man. That's all we can bank on. This so-called white man told you that who you call Jesus, which his true name is Yahweh Shah, was a so-called white man. You know? And that he loved you, man. He made you believe that their supreme being loves you too. Loved you being their little puppy, man. You know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2nd Ezra 2 verse. Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 2 verse 47. "So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then begun I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord." And that's what the brother was just going into. That we're out here pushing the word of the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to wake up you Israelites that are being persecuted or just being persecuted, man. The curses is upon you, so you gotta look through a spiritual aspect. That's what we're trying to give you, that spiritual lenses, so you can see what's going on. So you can basically the scriptures talk about them that. I'm gonna just get it. Habakkuk 2. You can say something else, Shamwala.
Oh yeah, come. Like the point you was beautifully making. I want to read this over and go through it again. It says, "And I will bring." It said, "I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried." It says, "And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them." It says, "I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shai." is my power. And speak about that, that third part being that's that spiritual fire that we going through right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's going to manifest itself to be literal. I mean, when those ICBMs drop, when the Lord crack those skies, and them IFOs, show up.
Right, and that's when we truly say that fear. You see, that proves who's truly scared of this. We don't want to physically go through it. We don't want those missiles. We don't want no drama. You know what I mean?
Because if I could say this, I'm glad y'all brothers brought it up, because I was thinking earlier, like, we're going to go through some stuff, because we got to be tested. But you people out there, and they ain't got no protection, you're going to go through it a lot worse. Like, we're going to walk a hard path, but the path out there, it's gonna be super tough to walk that.
Yeah, simply because the scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your time, man.
That's right.
That's right. That's the way. That's how we're gonna be okay, man. The scriptures say that you won't be tempted beyond your measure. And we have the understanding, if you just don't know that, you have no chance out here, man.
Yeah.
Because as soon as something start happening, or you under attack, gunfire, take cover, what you gonna say? Oh God, please help me. Oh God, God, God. You just channeled in the spiritual being that fast. But when nothing was going on, you couldn't acknowledge that there was truly a higher power up there. We acknowledge it. Hey, man, we know. That's what prompted us to do what we do, man. Week in and week out.
That's right.
And kick ourselves and beat ourselves. And we down on ourselves more than anybody could ever be when we ain't putting up our videos and doing what we supposed to do. And that just shows the fear right there, man. You're gonna have your slumps. But at the same time, if you aware of it, you conscious of it, you fighting it, hey, that shows the fear. And that's showing that we acknowledging that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is true and he's real, man. And our people cannot bring themselves to be that way because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua didn't want to. So we wiping the blood off our hands, warning you and telling you that this is coming, man. It's right around the corner. And brothers perceive through the spirit, with this being the year of Karagma, that it's really gonna show itself.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 34, verse 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all.
Mm-hmm.
He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken.
We're going to be okay, man. Untouched, man.
Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate.
Right, so whoever hate us, the righteous, the ones who truly believe, is going to be desolate, man. And we truly believe these things, man. We truly believe that this is going to happen for the nation of Israel, the elect of Israel, man. And this is, whether you believe it, like it, believe it or not, man. Like it, hate it, we don't care, man. The scriptures say, so what if some did not believe, man? So at the end of the day, brothers, this is what we truly believe, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to wake up, And if you can't hearken unto this message, if this song ain't sounding good to you, then it ain't for you, man. Right. And destruction is coming for you.
That's right.
But with that, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Rukakudash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of the great millstone who grew well, and the sincere peace and salutation to all the Aki and pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.